Hello y'all, it's Christy from Dream Gardens. What you're looking at here is a planting of black eyed peas. Of course I'm not going to leave them here. They are huge. It took them 2 days to germinate where it was supposed to take them 7 to 10 days. They're in the greenhouse. It gets really warm in here and they just love the heat. They are indigenous to Africa, so that's probably the reason why they love the heat so much. And they're doing very well, but they can't stay here. I was banking on the 7 to 10 days so that I would be able to have time to get to the weekend and do all my planning. So I'm happy that they germinated, but they put a monkey wrench in my plans. And so I've been rushing out to plant them in the ground one by one, which is very tedious. They said that you shouldn't transplant them because they have a tap root, and you don't want any vegetable that has a tap root, you really don't want to disturb them. So I will show you in a little bit how I planted them in the ground, and they seem to be doing fine. So like I said, they are indigenous to Africa, and there's a philosophy that says that you always want to eat where you're from. So my ancestral background is West Africa, most likely, and they would have grown these black-eyed peas in Africa, and so there's a lot of healing in eating foods from where your ancestral background, eating foods from your ancestral background. Not to say that other cultures shouldn't eat black-eyed peas, because they are chocked full of vitamins and minerals, and one of the things they're known for is being chock full of protein. So if you're a vegan, if you are a vegetarian and you have trouble getting protein, black eyed peas is your go-to. So I'm incorporating black eyed peas into my diet, for one thing, because it's something that God has spoken to me that he wanted me to grow. I've never grown black eyed peas before, and I'm sorry I'm shaking the camera, but you guys know I don't like bugs, and they're like flying around my head to get on my nerves. But anyway, so I am being obedient, and I'm planting these because God obviously knows that they are for my body type. They're for the nutrition of some of the issues that I got going on in my body. So God wanted me to grow them. Now I looked online to try to find out how to grow them, but all I could find was things about how to harvest them, shell them, cook them, trellis them, so on and so forth. Couldn't find anything. So if you're like me and you were looking on how to grow black eyed peas, come along with me on the journey and I'll show you how it goes. This is what I did. I planted them in a 72 count seed starter, as you can see, and like I said, 1 to 2 days they were sprouting. I guess it was really hot in this greenhouse, about 100 degrees, and I was afraid that they were going to turn into baked beans instead of germinating, but they did just fine, as you can see. So now the rush is on for me to transplant them. I have some transplanted, but not all. It's very tedious work. So we're going to see if these things survive. But like I said, I was having a very hard time trying to find something on how to plant them, what they like, what they don't like. So this is going to be my experiment and my trial. The kind that I got is a bushing type. It's not a trellising type, so I don't have to worry about them growing, so long and trying to find something for them to put their vines up all over. So I like the fact that they stay kind of short and they bush out, and the beans will be on like the bush. Okay, so I'm going to take you guys over to the bed where I started transplanting them. Okay, be back in a few. All right guys, so let me just show you exactly what I did. So I cut a hole out of the weed cloth, and I had to cut the hole because unfortunately I let the weeds overgrow in this garden bed, and as you can see there's still weeds in there. If you want to know how I did this or why I had to do it, you can look at a previous video that I recorded. So guys, you just want to dig your hole about so big, just as big as your transplant is. You really don't want to dig it too deep, or you don't want to dig it too shallow. You don't want the leaves to be covered with dirt, because the dirt can transmit bacteria and whatever else. Now see all those roots growing? So it's really overdue. I really needed to get my black-eyed peas in the ground. So just lay it down in there. I already have some soil that's pre-moistened, and the soil also has neem oil added to it, so to kill anything that would have been in that potting soil that might have been like mold or whatever else, or any bugs. So once you get the dirt around it, you just want to prop your plant up and press around it really good. Not too hard, but just press enough so that it's standing up. So continue to fill around your black-eyed pea plants. Now, you know, there's two there. One of them is going to have to go. And like I said earlier, I will be eating. Oh, actually, is there two in there? I don't know. I think there's only one. But the ones, some of them I had to plant two, and some of them I had to plant one. So the two, if there's two there, then one of them is going. So just water your plants in so that your plant's roots will be encouraged to spread out. After I watered it, I like to spray it with some neem oil spray, and you can check out that video also, how to make that. Okay guys, till next time. And you can always get me on my website. All right, see you later.